We're making keto style Three Musketeers bars. Let's go. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, we love doing sustainable keto, the kind of keto that you don't really feel like you're on a diet. So we have recipes like tortillas, bread, pasta, desserts, breakfast, lunches and dinners. So do feel free to take a look around at our other recipes, and I hope you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know when I post a new recipe. So our subscriber Lana and I saw Sarah's interest was quite piqued. They asked me to make a keto style Three Musketeers bar. Now it is believed that a Three Musketeers bar is made with nougat, but when you cut into it, it is softer than a nougat. So in this video, we are going to combine a mousse with the nougat, and I'm going to show you how to do that. And also, if you're new here, we always put our ingredients list and nutritional information in the description box, so do check there for your shopping. Let's get into the recipe now. Grease and line a fridge safe container, and it can be glass or a baking dish. I'm using a 7 by 5 inch tempered glass container, and this is what it looks like compared to a standard loaf tin, which you can also use if you like. And once you've done that, set it aside. The sweeteners that will give you a really smooth filling is allulose and xylitol. Now I've completely run out of both, so I'm going to be using Natvia, and I am going to get, I just know it, a little bit of crystallization. Here I'm showing you the difference between using allulose or xylitol, and you can see the one is really creamy, and the one I used Natvia, that one is actually got a little bit of crystallization. Either way, these bars are delicious. I want to show you my whole setup here. I've got 2 cups or 240 grams of sweetener in a non-stick pan, which doesn't make my sweetener crystallize, and that's on medium to low heat. Then in my mixing bowl, I've got 2 egg whites, and to that I'm going to add a pinch of cream of tartar, half a teaspoon of salt, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Don't mix it just yet, we are just setting it up. Then back over to the pan, you can see here my sweetener is gently melting, and while that's happening, measure out 2 tablespoons or 20 grams of sugar-free chocolate and 60 grams or a quarter cup of heavy cream. You can see my sweetener is now completely liquid, and for me that happened when the syrup reached between 275 and 280 degrees Fahrenheit. Start whipping the egg white mixture on high now, and then to your syrup, add the sugar-free chocolate, then stir that in. We are actually making a creamy chocolate syrup, which is the mousse component of this nougat, and how I incorporated a softer texture than nougat. Turn off the heat and very slowly add a quarter cup of heavy cream, a little at a time, stirring vigorously, and you can see why you need to do this slowly. As you stir, the liquid will calm down and look like this. Right, the egg white should be ready, and you want it to be stiff. Slowly drizzle the chocolate syrup down the side of the mixing bowl. Once all the syrup has been incorporated into the egg whites, keep whisking for 1 more minute. Give your mixture a final stir just to minimize any air bubbles, and pour the whole thing into your prepared container. Check out what thick bars we are going to get. I then covered it with a sheet of baking paper. Now the filling is really hot, and if you put it in the freezer, it's going to compromise the temperature, so let it cool down first, then freeze for an hour. Next, we're going to make the chocolate coating. So using a dish that your bars will fit into, add 200 grams of sugar-free chocolate, then 40 grams of butter. I added 1/3 of a cup of sweetener because I'm using 90% chocolate and it is quite bitter. But if you use sugar-free chocolate chips, you won't need to add any sweetener at all. Microwave the chocolate mixture at 30-second intervals, stirring in between, and mine took 1.5 minutes. Remove the creamy nougat from the freezer and slice it into 6 bars, cleaning your knife each time you cut so you get smooth edges. Dip each bar into the chocolate, making sure you cover all the sides. Then place on a cooling rack. Pop them back into the freezer so the chocolate can harden, and if you want to make some designs on them like I am, you can after about 15 minutes freeze time. If you do, put them back in the freezer so your design can harden as well. At the very least, do store these in the fridge or you can freeze them. Well, I hope you can see how delicious these Three Musketeers bars, keto style, turned out. I am super impressed with them and I really hope you get to try it. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe and be well.